Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou. Welcome to a special episode devoted to the amazing practice of dream incubation. Understanding your dreams is the most direct way to connect with your subconscious and superconscious mind. Decoding your dreams can eliminate your greatest fears and help you achieve your highest goals. Nowhere is this more evident than in dream incubation. In ancient Greece, temples to the Greek god Asclepius were used as locations for dream incubation. People came to be healed from all sorts of mental and physical illnesses through the messages they received from their dreams. Since that time, asking for help from dreams to solve problems has been practiced around the world. Dream incubation can manifest real solutions to problems by tapping into the subconscious and superconscious realms of your dreaming mind. It really works. So, here are the steps to incubate a dream and successfully put its message to use in your life. But while these steps may sound simple and easy, there is a lot more to it for the dream incubation to be successful. After I outline the basic steps, I will detail what you need to do to ensure its success. And you can find written instructions in the August issue of Astrologic magazine. Okay, here are the basic steps. First, identify a problem. Second, develop a concise, well thought out question relating specifically to the problem. Third, engage in a ritual of your choice to enhance a dream response. Fourth, speak the dream out loud or say it silently to yourself, once or many times, and then fall asleep. Have a dream, wake up, and immediately write it down or record it as much as you can recall. Do this right away. I use a voice app, which works really well for me. Next, you decode the symbols from the dream to understand the message. Then, decide how to put the message to work for you in your conscious life. This is the final step, and it's really the most important step to help you grow. Dream incubation is a powerful tool that you can use every night if you choose to gain a wealth of information. It sounds easy and simple, right? But you must pay close attention to the following details for it to work. Identify a specific problem you would like to solve. The more specific you are, the more specific your dream answer will be. That's the way it works. And focus on a problem which is currently occupying your thoughts, making you feel an emotion such as fear, anxiety, excitement, or any other emotion which strikes deeply within you. Then you create a concise question. This is the most challenging step of the dream incubation because without the right question, you won't get the right or best answer. Here's how to pose the best question. Begin by asking yourself if your question will benefit more than just you. More likely than not, what you seek has the potential to benefit more than just you. For example, if you're seeking to find your true love, then that quest will impact more than just you. Think about how you would phrase a question to encompass finding your true love, which benefits not only your future mate, but the world as a whole when the two of you are together. That dynamic flow of universal energy from a question phrased in that manner will bring a better answer to you. Now, there are 3 types of questions, and I know this is a lot of information that you may not remember in detail, but it's really important, and that's why I have included it as an article in the August issue of my wonderful metaphysical magazine, Astrologic. You can read it and take notes to get every detail right. Okay, here are the 3 steps, the 3 types of questions you can ask. The first one is called diagnostic or prognostic. Diagnostic provides you with an overview of the situation. A prognostic question is the expected outcome based on diagnosis. Examples of diagnostic questions would be, why do I struggle with self-love? Or what is one limiting belief I have right now? Examples of prognostic questions would be, what does it look like for me taking this job? What does it look like for me buying this house? The second type of question is prescriptive. When you want a recipe or guidelines to follow for the situation or problem. An example of a prescriptive question would be, what is the one thing I can do to make my health better? Do you hear a difference between diagnostic or prognostic and prescriptive? Okay. And the third and final type of question is known as the request, which is looking for information, experience, or help from a dream. An example of a request question would be, I would like to meet one of my spirit guides in my dream tonight. Now, there are several types of questions to avoid asking. Closed questions requiring a yes or no answer, such as, should I take this job? Don't ask that. Don't ask either or questions, such as, should I go to Spain or France for vacation? And don't ask leading questions, such as, do you also think I should take this job? So that means you ask open-ended questions like, how can I lose weight? Or how does it look for me to take this new job? And only ask one question at a time. If the question you have in mind touches on more than one thing, split the question into smaller ones. Above all, word your questions precisely. The answer you receive will respond to the exact wording of your question. That's the way our logical minds work. Another important aspect of having a successful dream incubation is to choose how you want to address the dream. Examples of this could simply be calling it dream, or you could embrace a spiritual direction by choosing the name God, or spirit, or maybe the great unknown. It's up to you, but choose something which resonates deeply with you. Once you've decided on a question, think about how your dream could respond to it. If you can't imagine a response, or if your imagined answer feels complicated or confusing, then you need to refine your question. Then, when you're satisfied with your question, write it down. This is very necessary for several reasons. The first is that you need to recall the exact phrasing when it's time to ask your dream for help. Your written question is also important to refer to when you wake up. That will allow you to read your question after you've deciphered the dream message, to understand it precisely. And finally, writing down your dream embeds the importance of the question in your psyche. The action of writing out the question triggers a deeper level of respect for what you're doing. The next step is the ritual. To some people, the concept of a ritual can be scary, or they can be wary of the concept. Certainly, some rituals have been portrayed as less than noble, but I want you to know we engage in rituals in many facets of our lives. Religious protocols certainly may come to mind first, but we also have rituals in sporting events. Think of the coin toss at the beginning of a football game, or the seventh inning stretch in baseball. These are examples, and there are endless ones in games that represent how we honor these games. It's no different for dream incubation. You choose whatever action you like, as long as it resonates deeply within you, toward honoring the dream incubation. Perform the ritual at some point before you go to sleep. It doesn't have to be immediately before. Earlier in the day is fine. Again, the most important factor is your sincerity and respect for what you're doing. Ask for success, wisdom, insight, whatever you want to call it from the dream. The fourth step is to get ready to go to sleep and ask the question. You can ask it once or many times. You can speak it out loud or say it silently to yourself. It's your choice. Then let yourself fall asleep immediately upon waking. Either write down what you recall or speak it into a voice app. It's essential you do this as soon as you wake up. Minutes count because dream details become fuzzy. They begin to fade for most of us almost immediately after we become conscious. The final part of our dream incubation begins with decoding your dream symbols. This means understanding what all the objects, places, and people are in the dream, as well as the emotions you felt during it. If the symbols aren't obvious to you, then you can either consult a dream interpreter or refer to printed source material such as the Dreams Decoded category in Astrologic magazine. There are dozens of symbols in there that will tell you what each symbol means in a dream because they're not literal. It's vital that you understand the message conveyed to you. If you aren't sure, consult someone who can help you. Once the symbols are decoded, link them all into an understandable narrative. Then use your intuition to tweak the meaning of that message until you know you've hit on exactly what your dream conveyed to you. The caution here is for you not to deceive yourself. You must be willing to accept the answer. If the answer isn't something you hoped for, don't try to change it. Deceiving yourself won't help you at all. In fact, it can do more damage than accepting the truth, which came from your subconscious and superconscious minds. Remember, your dreams will always tell you the real state of what's going on with you. And furthermore, they always want the best for you. They show you where you are mentally and emotionally and where you're headed so that you can make conscious changes in your life if you choose. That's what dream incubation is all about. You can eliminate your greatest fears and achieve your highest goals and get unabashed truth to your questions. All you have to do is ask, decode, and put their messages into action in your waking life. If you want even more detailed information about this subject, I highly recommend the book Dream Guidance, Connecting to the Soul Through Dream Incubation by Michael Clerc. A lot of what I shared with you in this episode comes from that book. Thank you for joining me. I hope this helps you on your path of living at your highest potential.